It's February 22nd and I have a Data East CPU that came in from a client that I repaired. It came in with some battery rot. Get those batteries off the board, folks. So I had to clean up this whole section right here. It also had some odd problems, like the 74 LS107 wasn't allowing the clock to work correctly, and a couple of the PIAs were also blown. So this tangle of wires around here is my various testers. Getting power from my White Star board-based Starship Troopers game. Here's my lamp tester, my solenoid and coil tester, and my switch matrix tester. So we're going to power the game on right now. And it's got Lethal Weapon 3 ROMs in it right now, so this is a normal boot sequence. Sorry about the glare there. And we're going to use Hans's tester to put the game into diagnostics. So we're in diagnostics now, and we're going to skip ahead to an interesting test. I do not have a soundboard and speakers hooked up to this, so that's not interesting. Here's the display test. It's going to go through all the columns on the display, and then all the rows, and then it'll cycle a blank column through and then a blank row. The beating you see on the display right now is an interaction between the frequency of the iPhone and the frequency that the display is being updated. So that's working. Moving on now to the switch test, and I'm going to use my switch matrix tester and press a couple of switches, see if we get some switches. You'll see some of these will show not used. That's just a switch that Lethal Weapon 3 doesn't use in its game software. So moving on to all lamps on. And on my lamp tester over here, which is only being driven by 5 volts, so it's not very bright, but you can see the lamp rows are oscillating between the even rows and the odd rows, so that's all good. We're going to move on to the next interesting test, which is the flasher test. You can see on my solenoid and flasher tester, it's cycling through all the flashers. The next test is the coil test, and Data East used the same strategy as Williams used. They have an AC select relay. I don't know if they call it that or not, but you can see that was solenoid 6, solenoid 7A, 7C, 8A, 8C. Now it gets into 9 through 16, which do not use the AC select. And you can see one of those stayed on a little bit longer. That's the game software doing that. Now we're into the special solenoids. So those are all working just fine. So I'm going to move on to the next test. The only other thing that's interesting to test here, sorry about the hand, is the inputs from the special solenoids, which are right over here. And I'm going to ground each of those pins in turn. Sorry about that. Here's the special solenoids connector. I'm going to ground each of these pins, and you'll be able to see it running through here starting now. There you go. So you can see those switch inputs are working, and this board is working 100%. Sorry about the upside down video.